everyone. I hope you are all enjoying the warm, sunny weather out there. Welcome and thank you so much for joining us today for our NAMIWalks Your Way Maryland opening ceremonies. As many of you know, my name is Danielle Fletcher, and I am the Communications and Outreach Coordinator for NAMI Maryland and this year's walk manager. New doors are opening when it comes to mental health. Mental health is at the forefront of the global conversation right now. Together, the world is starting to say mental health matters in a really big way, and we are so grateful to everyone who is joining us virtually and in person today. Every year, our NAMI Walks Maryland campaign brings together thousands of people from across Maryland to promote awareness of mental health conditions, raise funds for NAMI's free, top-rated mental health programs, and build communities so people know we are all in this together. The very first NAMI Walks took place right here in Maryland in 2002. 20 years ago. What was once a small gathering of family members and advocates has steadily grown into one of the nation's largest and most successful grassroots fundraising campaigns in 120 locations across the country. Last year alone, NAMI Walks raised more than $13 million with the help of more than 40,000 participants. NAMI Maryland was the foundation of this incredible movement. We are proud to celebrate it with you all today on this National Day of Hope. Before we officially start today's live stream, though, we ask that you please join us in a moment of silence to remember those we lost this year to suicide and complications from physical and mental health issues. For those of you who are missing loved ones today, please know that we care, that we are here for you, and we are holding you now in a virtual embrace. Thank you. Our theme for this year's campaign is Creativity Connects. As we continue to keep everyone's health and safety a top priority, we want to see the creative ways in which you choose to express your support for mental health, both virtually and in person. We've found that the arts have a unique way to speak to the human condition and are an important catalyst to spark in critical conversations about the causes and stigmatizing myths surrounding mental health conditions. That's why this year, with Creativity Connects, we will continue to explore and expand on the positive ways the arts impact mental health. But remember, NAMI Walks Maryland is more than just a fundraising campaign. It's a movement. What you are raising matters. It matters for those of us in the community who are living with a mental health condition or caring for a loved one with a mental health condition. Your donations and your awareness building help fund critical mental health programs and services right here in our community. Together, we can continue to support those impacted by a mental health condition. Please go to your social media pages and let your friends and family know that you're part of this movement. Post with the hashtag #CreativityConnects and hashtag #TogetherForMH. And don't forget, you can still donate and register right on our NAMI Walks website at namiwalks.org/Maryland. Just click the Register Now button or the Donate Now button and join this powerful movement. Registration is open until 11:30 p.m. tonight, so don't hesitate to register while you still can. Speaking of, you actually have until the end of these opening ceremonies today to be entered in a raffle to win a free drive for two from the Audubon Indoor Speedway. Audubon Indoor Speedway is European-style indoor go-karting at its finest. Their massive state-of-the-art electric indoor go-kart racing facilities are fully air-conditioned for perfect racing conditions every day. All you have to do to qualify is make a self-donation to your NAMI Walks page by the end of our opening ceremonies. Whether it's $5 or $500, every dollar raised goes towards supporting our mission of recovery-focused support, education, and advocacy for individuals and their families impacted by mental health conditions. NAMI Walks could not take place without the support of dedicated organizations within our community. We'd like to take the opportunity to thank the following organizations for their sponsorships and for their commitment to mental health for all. Our premier sponsor, Alchemies, our platinum sponsor, the University of Maryland Medical System, and our gold sponsors, Indivior, Optum Maryland, Neuro Biosciences, Shepherd Pratt, and Whiting Turner Contracting. We'd also like to thank our silver sponsors, CFG Bank, Magellan Health, Maryland Health Connection, the Maryland Hospital Association, OTSCA, PNC, Synovian, Transamerica, WNR Grace, and our bronze sponsors, the Behavioral Health System Baltimore, Bose Effort, Care First, the Center for Child and Family Traumatic Stress at the Kennedy Krieger Institute, Hardscapes Construction, the Horizon Foundation, the Licensed Clinical Professionals Counselors of Maryland, MedStar Health, the Psychiatric Institute of Washington, CQ, Turk House, the University of Maryland School of Medicine, Wawa, and Wegmans. Thank you all for your continued support. Please remember that while today is a special celebration to recognize the thousands of people and organizations that support and share NAMI's mission throughout Maryland, this effort does not and should not end today. This NAMIWalks campaign continues for another 2 months after today, so keep reaching out to friends, families, colleagues, neighbors, and others to ask them to join your support, to support your walk team and to start these important conversations around mental health. Now, I'd like to share a short welcome from Shirley Holloway, President of the Board of NAMI National, NAMI CEO Dan Gillison, and NAMI Maryland's own Executive Director, Kate Farrenholt.
Good morning and greetings from Anchorage, Alaska. My name is Shirley Holloway. I have the privilege of serving as president of the National Board of NAMI. This is a great time of year for NAMIWalks, and I'm pleased to have the honor of welcoming you to NAMIWalks Your Way. It's a beautiful new day here, no matter what the weather is and wherever you are today. Our cause of extending the reach of mental health care is proving to be as powerful as we ever imagined. When we hear that new doors in mental health care are opening in our community and across the country, we can feel what it's like to stand at the threshold welcoming in tomorrow. What are your plans for the event? How will you celebrate? I hear many of you have prepared chairs to enliven the route and made signs. You might see a cute dog or two along your route. I mean, what could be better than taking your dog on a NAMI walk? NAMI Walks Your Way is a moving, standing ovation to mental health for all. May I say it again? Mental health for all, our mantra. Every step we take, every dollar we raise for our local NAMI programs, every bit of hope and happiness we bring to the festivities is a gift to the cause. On behalf of NAMI, I can only say thank you, thank you, thank you from the bottom of my heart. Now it's my extreme honor to introduce to you NAMI CEO Dan Gillison.
Welcome to NAMI Walks Your Way. It's a new day for mental health in this country. Can you feel it? I know I can. With all the challenges we faced as individuals and as a community, we've refused to back down. We've insisted on moving forward. All the doors opening in our field have had the effect of inviting us into a world of possibility and progress. None of it, I repeat, none of it would have been possible without amazing, compassionate people such as yourselves, the NAMI Walkers. You know what matters, who matters, and you know that mental health issues don't blow away with the day's weather. Advances in treating depression, anxiety, trauma, disruptions to thinking and feeling and functioning, and more, they require the fuel of our fundraising. They need the volume of our voices. They need the commitment each and every one of you make every time you lace up your shoes and turn out for NAMI Walks Your Way. Maybe it's the can-do attitude you display that garnered NAMI the country's top prize this year as peer-to-peer fundraising organization of the year. And I know you've only just begun. With everything going on in the world today, most of us have felt the effect of mental health issues in our own backyard, in our own circles. And it's this effect that gives us our cause, not only to keep pace with the rising need for mental health, but to stay steps ahead. Speaking of steps ahead, some of you might be wanting to get started on this year's event. I know I am. I can't wait to join you as we open our arms and hearts wide to each other and celebrate our powerful connection. Mental health for all has never felt this close. Thank you so much, participants, sponsors, staff, volunteers, supporters of NAMI state organizations and NAMI affiliates, for showing up at full strength and demonstrating your unyielding walk spirit. Together, we will be funding NAMI's latest free top-rated programs, promoting the kind of awareness that dispatches stigma into the past, and building what is already the mightiest community the mental health world has ever seen. Find your local event at NAMIWalks.org and join us. It's time to warm up and get ready. Remember, practice makes possible. I'll see you all at the finish line.
Good morning. I'm Kate Fahrenholt, the Executive Director of NAMI Maryland. On behalf of NAMI Maryland and its 11 local affiliates, I thank you for joining us today for our NAMI Walks Your Way Maryland campaign. NAMI Walks is the nation's largest mental health awareness and fundraising campaign, taking place in 123 locations in 45 states. The very first NAMI Walks was held right here in Maryland 20 years ago. Reaching this incredible milestone is significant, and we are so thrilled for your involvement. Locally, our volunteers and donors have made it possible for us to provide support, education, and advocacy for members of our community affected by mental illness. We are just now starting to see the impact the pandemic has had on Marylanders' mental health. In a study released at the end of 2021, it was found that 1 in 3 adults reported experiencing symptoms of anxiety and depression. The study also found that 52% of adults say they have been more open with others about their mental health since the pandemic began. Unfortunately, this does not always translate to better outcomes. When left untreated, mood disorders have significant economic and social impacts, but access and cost are still major barriers to treatment. Even now, more than 1 million individuals in Maryland live in a community that does not have enough mental health professionals. New doors are opening when it comes to mental health conditions, but we need your help to make sure that we keep the conversation going and that we continue to strive for lasting, sustainable change. Thanks to you, we are clearly making strides, but we have a long way to go to make our goal of mental health for all a reality. That's why your involvement in NAMI Walks is so significant. By participating in NAMI Walks, you are assisting us to promote public awareness of mental health and reduce stigma by reaching millions of people through personal networks. You're helping us raise funds for NAMI's free, top-rated mental health programs. You're helping support our mission of recovery-focused support, education, and advocacy for individuals and loved ones affected by mental health conditions, and to promote open discussion, letting people know that they are not alone. This year's campaign is a hybrid, which means we will be including virtual and small in-person events for all participants to enjoy at whatever level they are most comfortable. We are hoping that you are all enjoying our time walking your way today, or are spending time with your local teams and affiliate leaders. During 2021, as we continued to operate in a mostly virtual world, the amount of NAMI signature programs and the needs for our services began to drastically increase. Thanks to your support, we've been able to successfully advocate to expand crisis services, promoting legislation on best practices in crisis de-escalation and diversion of people experiencing a psychiatric crisis to treatment and away from the criminal justice system. We've been able to train more than 130 new NAMI program leaders to successfully deliver NAMI peer programming to more than 5,600 individuals and families throughout the state. We've been able to develop more than 30 free public educational webinars to directly support those affected by COVID-19, to address issues of racial justice and promote further education and awareness about mental health conditions and related disorders. We've been able to launch COVID Connect with the Maryland Behavioral Health Administration, a free online platform where anyone who has been impacted by COVID-19 can find mental health resources and support. But we can't do this work alone. That's why your involvement in this United Day of Hope is so critical. We are grateful to each and every one of our participants this year. You have shown a true commitment to support mental health for all. Your participation today directly raises awareness for mental illness, helps to cure the toxic virus of stigma, and to raise money to support NAMI's mission throughout Maryland. Thank you to all the walkers, the team captains, the affiliate and program leaders, sponsors, partners, and supporters who have joined us virtually today and throughout this campaign. We couldn't do what we do without you. Remember that fundraising and awareness building for the walk does not end with the money you turn in today or the emails that you've sent so far. You still have 2 months to raise awareness and money for your teams and for your own campaign. Please keep asking for donations and letting people know that it is okay to start the conversation. There are resources available. Please keep asking for donations and posting the link to your walk page throughout your social media and in your emails to family, friends, and colleagues. You can send in checks and cash you receive to our office until July 23rd to be applied to your walk total. The money you raise helps us continue to offer our free support groups and classes, advocacy, and outreach to the hundreds of thousands of people who live with mental illness and their families throughout Maryland. And we can't thank you enough for your support. Please keep the conversation going. Walk your way, walk together, and bless you. Thank you again.
So much, Shirley, Dan, and Kate, for your strong leadership and dedication. One of the things that makes NAMI so impactful is our ability to partner and collaborate with community leaders and local organizations that support people in our state. NAMI Maryland cannot accomplish the critical, life-saving work we do without these strong partnerships. That's why I'm excited to share several messages with you from the American Foundation on Suicide Prevention, Senator Melanie Griffith, and Senator Cheryl Kagan, who all help us with our important year-long policy, education, and outreach work. We are so grateful to have their support of NAMI's work in Maryland, and we are so thankful to have them join us during our live stream today.
We demand more for mental health.
What does that mean to us?
It means more accessible and affordable mental health care.
It means more mental health and suicide prevention education in schools.
It means more provider support for mental health.
It means more funding for 988, the National Suicide Prevention Lifeline.
It means more life-saving mental health and suicide prevention research.
May is Mental Health Awareness Month.
All month long, the American Foundation for Suicide Prevention will be sharing resources, amplifying voices, and encouraging people to join in and demand more for mental health.
You may not think of yourself as a mental health advocate, but there are simple things that we can all do to support ourselves and the people around us.
It's time for all of us to get involved and advocate for the funding, legislation, and policies that we know, through research, save lives.
Join us, won't you? Visit moreformentalhealth.org.
Greetings, I'm Melanie Griffith, President Pro Tem of the Maryland State Senate and Senator representing Legislative District 25 in Central Prince George's County. So pleased to support NAMI Walks. Normally there would be over 1,000 people walking together to support this important effort, but locally we're hoping that you're walking to emphasize the importance of addressing mental illness in this state. Now more than ever, it's important that we continue to support NAMI and continue to raise awareness around mental illness. Thank you so much to the sponsors, donors, supporters, walkers, and the team at NAMI. Thank you.
Hi, this is Cheryl Kagan, very proud to be the senator for Gaithersburg and Rockville. I'm on the road now, but I wanted to send congratulations to the staff, volunteers, participants in the 20th anniversary of the NAMI Walks. The National Alliance on Mental Illness is doing work that is needed now more than ever. In 2020, there were 45,979 people who died by suicide here in the United States. That's 1 every 11 minutes and roughly 130 every day. We need to support each other. We need to make sure that mental health care is available, accessible, affordable, and able to be used without stigma. Please look out for each other. Reach out to friends and family if you're struggling, and find something that lifts you up. For me, it's music. It's even playing Scrabble, taking a walk, going to the gym. Figure out what it is that helps lift you up when you're struggling. Please stay well, and thank you for supporting NAMI. Take care.
Thank you so much to our special guests and to all of our partners in Maryland for all that you do and continue to do to improve mental health services in our community. Now, NAMIWalks Maryland will only have one 20th anniversary, and we want to celebrate the incredible dedication of our top participants this year with something truly special. That's why we've created the Top 20 Club to celebrate and honor this year's top fundraisers. These dedicated individuals will receive a commemorative NAMIWalks 20th anniversary drink glass, etched with the Baltimore skyline as thanks for their continued support. They'll also receive an invitation to our exclusive NAMIWalks VIP party on July 9th. As of this morning, and the list does change daily, the Top 20 Club members are G.A.Free, Denise Giuliano, Stuart Tenhor, Janet Edelman, Fred Delp, Liz Montaner and crew, Tim Sinclair, Julie Cleveland, Kim Grounds, Professor Coach Latanya, Lori Liskin, Jocelyn Castanos, Jackie Pettis, Alexis Brown, Linda Field, Zalakia Olomi, Teen Baker, Kate Fahrenholt, Emerald Mitchell, and Faith Williams. If you want to qualify for our Top 20 Club and attend our VIP wrap-up party on July 9th, all you have to do is register for our campaign at www.namiwalks.org/Maryland and be one of our top fundraisers by Friday, July 1st. Be sure to share with us how you're participating today by tagging @NAMIMaryland on your favorite social media sites and using the hashtag #CreativityConnects and #TogetherForMH. You are also welcome to email me directly at connection@namimd.org with any photos or anecdotes about the fun things you're doing today to support mental health for all. Remember, NAMI Walks Your Way Maryland is your opportunity to raise awareness and funds for mental health in any way that you want. However, it is a hot day out there, so we hope everybody walking today is staying hydrated. As of just now, we have currently raised, let me refresh, $217,590, which means we're less than $30,000 away from our fundraising goal of $250,000. If every registered participant now raised an additional $50, we would be at our goal. We want to especially thank the following people who have donated since this live stream: Demetrius Upshaw and Peggy Guzman. We are so grateful for your support. Now, I'd like to share a quick word from our sponsors.
Alkermes employees are united in our deep commitment to great science to develop medicines for people with many unmet needs.
At Alkermes, we're committed to really addressing unmet needs in addiction medicine as well as psychiatry and of course now in oncology as well.
Here at Alkermes, everyone is really connected to the mission and the values that we have. I would say I've recognized that since day one. We know why we're here.
Is your stress level on the rise? Managing stress is important for your mind, body, heart, and overall health. Try these techniques. Exercise. A simple 20-minute walk can do the trick, since exercise can help you sleep better, improve your mood, and increase self-confidence. Meditate. Meditation is the art of training your mind to achieve clarity and calm. Find a quiet spot and spend several minutes clearing your mind or focusing on what you're grateful for. Meditation and exercise can be combined by taking a yoga class. Talk. A great way to relieve stress is by talking to someone you trust. Get your thoughts off your chest. It's time to get that stress level under control. Want more ways to manage stress? Find a doctor near you. umms.org/findadoctor.
Here at Neurocrine Biosciences, we are committed to supporting people living with mental health conditions and related disorders like tardive dyskinesia or TD. We are honored to support your advocacy work in raising awareness and reducing stigma associated with mental illness. There are resources available to help those living with TD manage their symptoms. Learn more by visiting www.talkabouttd.com. Thank you.
Hi everyone, I'm Michelle Eberly, Executive Director of Maryland Health Benefit Exchange. We are so proud of our long-term partnership with NAMI Maryland and working together to address our community's mental health needs. There are over 1.2 million Marylanders who obtain their health care coverage through Maryland Health Connection. They all have access to important behavioral and mental health services. All of our health plans include counseling, inpatient services, rehabilitative and habilitative services, and so much more. Plans also cover free preventive care like depression screenings for adults and behavioral assessments for children. As you gear up to participate in NAMIWalks Your Way Maryland, know that your friends at Maryland Health Connection stand with you. Good luck and have fun.
Thank you again to our sponsors for supporting NAMI Maryland and our local affiliates throughout the state. As you know, our theme for this year's NAMIWalks campaign is Creativity Connects. Art is an excellent catalyst to spark important conversations about the causes and stigmatizing myths surrounding mental health conditions. Thousands of creators throughout history have also used their art as a fun, creative way to share their personal lived experience. Since February, we've partnered with incredible artists and organizations throughout the state to share how art and creativity has helped them start important conversations about mental health, and how art has helped their own mental health. We'd like to share some of these inspiring stories we've received and give major thanks to Board and Brush of Westminster, the Carroll Arts Council, the Maryland Psychiatric Research Center, and NeuroBlooms for being our Creativity Connects partners for this year's campaign.
Hi, my name is Jackie Baird, and I'm a photographer based in Baltimore, Maryland. I had always been interested in photography ever since I was a little girl, but my journey as a photographer really started 4 years ago when I got sober. Sobriety for me was opening a whole new lease on life, and I needed a creative outlet to express what I was experiencing. I had spent so many years numbing myself with substances that I'd forgotten how to feel and how to look at the world. And when I finally came out of this fog, I saw things through new eyes, through new lights. I saw the beauty of the world around me. I saw the people around me. I saw the experiences that I had been missing before. And I wanted to capture that and save those moments that I had missed for years. And it was a way for me to not only express what I was seeing around me, but my own experience through it, to show my own perspective. Because when I take a picture, you see what I'm looking at. I like to think of the lens as my third eye, really. What I show you is what I truly see and truly want to highlight. It also helps me tell my own story. It helps me tell other people's stories. And that is so important to me, because with one picture, I can capture a million words, a million meanings. I can invoke emotions. I can change perspectives. I can tell a story. And that is so important to me. It's really been important for my mental health. As I said before, I really needed a creative outlet to express all the feelings that I was feeling. It all came on at once, and I needed something to pour that into, and photography was there for me. Through photography, I found things that I was really passionate about. I've been passionate about the environment. I'm passionate about my community. I'm passionate about people around me and the wonderful experience that life is. Photography has given me a whole new meaning to life and has really helped me through my hard times. It helps me get sober. It helps me find who I am. And it really helped with my mental health and my mental state. It is truly a reflection of myself, my growth, and my life, and how I see things through my eyes, and how I got a second chance at life, and how I want to share that every single moment with everyone around me, and save every single moment so that I can look back and remember all the wonderful experiences that I didn't miss this time around. That's all. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Christina Asan, and I'm an artist and a traumatic brain injury survivor. Something that is not commonly known about traumatic brain injury are its long-term side effects. These side effects can include a whole slew of mental health issues. For me specifically, high anxiety and depression and insomnia are two that I have struggled with since my injury, which will be 18 years come this June. Since my injury, I have found art as a way to make sense out of the logic of life as a survivor. I find that there's space between polarities, trauma and health. There are things about dealing with mental health and dealing with traumatic brain injury that there aren't words for. There is no way to adequately express what my experience has been like and what it's projected to look like. So I find that art is one of the ways that I communicate into the world. That people might not understand exactly what I'm going through, but through the mood, through the layers, through the colors, through the relationships, through the tensions that they bring, they can start to get a sense, an inkling of that space that I'm navigating throughout my life. So I like to think of it like, how can I use color and line to turn a understood ceramic cup into a new conversation? It is a cup, but it's something else. There's a tension there that can pull you in. So for me, art is survival, and it is my favorite thing to do, and the best way that I have to cope with the challenges that mental health have in my life. So thank you for watching.
Hi, I'm Jamel Thomas, owner and operator of Melanin Farms here in Bowie, Maryland. We're a sustainable teaching farm committed to battling food insecurity in our community and in the greater Prince George's County. Our motto is learn and grow together, because we believe that every family, no matter how busy, can learn to grow their own food sustainably, organically, and responsibly. Our Back to Roots gardening classes blend ancient agricultural practices with modern-day concepts that anyone can use to start gardening immediately. Our kids course provides hands-on lessons about soil, plants, and caring for our environment. We also stress the benefits of growing your own food, how connecting with nature has a tremendous impact on your physical, mental, and emotional well-being, not to mention the satisfaction of taking that first bite of your harvest. Anyone, no matter what the challenge, can learn and grow together. Thanks for watching. We look forward to seeing you at the farm.
Hey, Ben. Thanks so much for meeting with me today to talk about your photography. I wanted to know how you got interested in street photography.
Well, it's a long story. It has a lot of twists and turns. I was first in photography as a student at Catonsville High School. And the teacher there let me in at nights because he did night school there. So I was able to use the darkroom at night. And, I got into it. I went to University of Delaware and I got into photo right from the beginning.
How do you think that your work connects you with other people?
In my email, I said, it's a unique way to interact with people. Ask a stranger for their photograph. They're generally abashed if they're inclined to say yes. Breaking down the normal means of the way people ignore or interact with each other.
Mm-hmm.
And no corporate sponsor, no ultimatum, people interacting splintered from the everyday, communication, interaction, community. The photography that I did of the street, which I think I'm turning away from, were, really the downtrodden sort of thing. It was associated with, me having a mental illness and having been to, a place that a lot of people don't go to in their lifetime. Very dark, very strange. What came out of it was empathy. So
Empathy, yeah, empathy and decreasing isolation, both for you and for the person you're photographing.
Sure, yeah.
Might be both isolated, but in that moment you're in it together.
Yeah, what's the word? Disenfranchised. But what I'm doing now is working on this series, this family in Appalachia. So they have a boy who's crazy about baseball, and she's a drummer, and he's a singer-songwriter.
They're great. So it's different from your black and white for years.
It's bright. It's bright.
So you think that's a future direction? Is
I don't know. I just got to keep doing it. Whatever it is, whatever turn it takes.
Yeah, it's your passion and your gift, and it's great that you keep it going.
Thanks.
You have your own website,
bencricky.photoshelter, or you can just find me on Instagram, just my name.
Thank you for sharing.
Thank you.
And we are excited to introduce a new guest to our NAMIWalks Your Way Maryland team. If you hear an airplane, it's okay, because that's the energy that we're bringing. We are flying through and sharing messages to support and basically promote Creativity Connects. So let's hear how Steve Berry flew through or coped during these last 2 years with his creativity while supporting his mental health. Welcome to the call, Steve.
Thanks, Latanya. Always great to talk with you and be with you. I love your energy. You just are such a positive person, and I'm honored to be on your team for the first time this year, raising money for NAMI. So the pandemic sent us home, and we had to start working from home. So I had this idea that I would just post my daily thoughts on social media. And I realized I was doing it for a couple of reasons. One is we are wired for connection as people, as human beings. And that was one way I was trying to connect with other people. And actually I'd be outside and working in the yard, and someone in the neighborhood would walk by and say, "Hey, I read your post," or they'd give you the ever positive like or make a comment. And so it was a way to connect. but it was also a way for me to express myself. And I think for our mental health, that is so important. We need to learn how to share what's going on within us and what our thoughts are. And sometimes my posts, daily posts in social media were benign. They were about the cat, or they were about more significant things like like wearing masks in grocery store. And there's one of my stories is about a woman who wears her mask over her chin, and that got a lot of responses. So that's kind of how I coped with these, and it was very therapeutic and cathartic for me.
Excellent. Thank you for sharing that. And I know that you are supporting NAMI Maryland with every book sale. Can you publish these books in what form?
So I decided that it started out I was going to put them in written form and give them to my kids for Christmas. And then it worked out, long story short, is that I ended up publishing them through Barnes & Noble Press and gave them out to people and sold them to people. And this is the first volume of my Corona Journal, which is available on Barnes & Noble Press. And you can see these 3 rocks on the front. Those are hope rocks that I painted, again, part of my creativity during the pandemic, as little messages that's out in our driveway in the front along our little garden there. The yellow one says 6 feet apart, please. The red one in the middle there says, be kind to yourself on one side and be kind to others on the other. And I would turn it around every once in a while. And then the blue one is actually the back of the blue one. It's a mask. It's a blue rock wearing a mask. And those were I put them out there for signs, and you can read about that process in here. And then I published a second volume of my Corona Journal, volume 2. And that picture on the front is a hawk, which one day, and you can read about it in here, I don't know what date, a hawk literally landed right outside my window that I'm looking out right now and sat there for 10 minutes. And it was an amazing thing. I did take some pictures of it, and it eventually swooped down and caught a little mouse and flew off. But it just being in nature like that and having that was just a great way. So these books are my thoughts throughout the pandemic for a year.
You know what? That's wonderful. Thank you so much for sharing that. And I just have to acknowledge you that you are creative, and thank you for showing our viewers what those rocks represented, because we want everybody to realize that creativity does connect. And you put this experience into writing to share and impact others as well. And for those of you who are watching, just a reminder, Steve just mentioned something very powerful about nature. And you see that we're outside, and yes, you might hear a little bit of different sounds that are integrating into our experience, yet you just have a moment to take a break and observe what natural nature is bringing to you. Steve, I'm so excited for you, and I want to congratulate you for publishing these amazing thoughts and works. And I feel like what you have produced will connect to others and really give them strength and creative ideas on what they can do during these times to also support their own mental health and wellness. Are there any last remarks before we bring this wonderful introduction to a close?
No, as always, I love talking with you, and thank you for your time. And yes, I hope it does help other people as they reflect upon their time in the pandemic and as they look to how they want to be in the future. Thank you very much for your time.
And
hello, I'm Leslie Holt. I am an artist, and I'm the creator of a project called Neuro, which is an art and mental health advocacy project. I have often incorporated themes of mental health in my art. It's personal to me. I've struggled with serious depression on and off since I was a teenager. My mom had severe bipolar disorder. My dad had dementia before he died. And my sister actually studies schizophrenia. She uses brain imaging to study schizophrenia. And Neuro started with my visual art. A few years ago, I started a series called Brain Stains, and they're based on PET scan imagery of brains of people who are affected by different mental health conditions. PET scans basically take a picture of the brain at any given moment, and they're measuring blood flow. And so depending on the diagnosis, they look really different, which is really striking to me and sort of compelling evidence that mental health conditions are largely based in the brain. I use this imagery to depict mental illness, both from a clinical scientific perspective and also combined with a more personal perspective. And this is depression stain. I stain canvases and stitch embroidery thread on top of them. I've shown these in various venues. I love the conversations they start about mental health. What is mental illness? Where does it come from? How can we address it as a community? And a couple of years ago, I asked a friend of mine who designs enamel pins to make me a brain pin. And she did. And this was the beginning of Neuro Blooms. I originally intended them, here's some examples, got ADHD, depression, and PTSD, and you can see how different they look from each other. And I originally intended them to go along with my exhibitions, like almost like souvenirs or giveaways. But when we released the first couple on Instagram, they took off. People were really, really into them. And so it became clear it was sort of a project unto its own. And I was thrilled that this conversation, this imagery was going to a broader audience than just in art galleries like most of my art is in. And people are really hungry, really eager to talk about mental health. Clinicians, people with mental health conditions and their family members, educators, scientists. It's sort of hit home for a large swath of people, which is fascinating. It's growing. Neuro Blooms is growing, even internationally. I'm helping a few organizations make their mental health messages more visible with Neuro Blooms, to make there be less shame about it, make sure people actually get treatment for it, know that there's available and really effective treatment for mental illness. And the mission of Neuro Blooms is to make mental health conditions visible and beautiful. And I strongly believe that the ways we are neurodivergent make us the complex and interesting people that we are. And I'm super excited that these conversations are spreading.
My name is Graylin Freeman of Olive Branch, Mississippi. I am so elated to be a part of this great campaign once again that highlights the significance of art. I'm striving to be worthy of the expression accomplished artist. My friends, there are two distinct languages. There is the verbal that separates people, and there is the visual that everyone can understand. Genuine art is a creation of our aspirations, our dreams, our desires. Genuine art is found within our very soul. We know it when we see it. Art is therapy because it has the ability to transform pain into beauty. We encourage, paint your dreams, bring them to their own reality, into their own existence. It is a great blessing to be a part of this great effort. We look forward to all that's going to be accomplished in the days that lie ahead. God bless you. God keep you. Let's keep the faith till the last amen.
Hey, how's it going, everyone? My name is Mark Donahue. Very excited to be a part of the Creativity Connects campaign for NAMIWalks. The connection between art and mental health is near and dear to my heart. A little bit about my own journey with it. I started painting when I was little. It was always an escape for me. It was always a way for me to take my mind off of things, and it was meditative and therapeutic, even though at the time I may not have fully realized it. But as I got older, journey with mental health continues, led me to alcoholism, which led me to sobriety, thankfully. And then in sobriety, I reconnected with art and painting on a deeper level. It it became more of a way for me to, get out how I'm feeling, express myself a little more. And it, it just took a new form for me. It was a chance for me to just kind of get, a little more personal with it. So it's helped me a lot. It's been a big part of my journey, helping me stay sober. And, it's been, it's been crucial for me. So this means a lot to me. And, thank you to everyone who supports the campaign. And, I would encourage anyone, struggling with mental health to try any form of art. I mean, it's a broad topic. It can be anything, painting, anywhere from painting to cooking, it could be whatever. So, and then, as a thank you, I wanted to raffle off a painting. It's a painted vinyl record. So anyone who donates to my campaign, my fundraising page, will be entered in a raffle. It's going to do, one entry for every $10. So $20 gets you 2 entries, so on and so on. But yeah, thanks for listening. Thanks for watching. And, thanks for supporting the campaign.
What's up, everybody? My name is Sean Driscoe. I'm a 26-year-old songwriter who has bipolar disorder. I was diagnosed at age 16. The power of music, without it, I don't know where I'd be right now. Music really literally saved my life in dealing with my bipolar disorder. Piece of work that I'm proud of. I'm creating a self-care sound and music and sound for self-care presentation right now. You can also find some of my music at on Spotify, YouTube, at Driscoe, Driscoe. If you'd like to contact or reach me, my QR code is right above. If you would like to learn more about my presentation or are in need of a speaker or a musician, simply scan this QR code above by screenshotting or taking a picture of it. Thank you, NAMI participants. Thank you, NAMI. Without you, this wouldn't be possible. Peace.
Thank you, Creativity Connects, for providing this platform for us to share our stories. My name is Brittany White, and I was able to heal myself through laughter and self-care practices. In 2018, after being in the field of social work for over 10 years, I encountered burnout. Burnout is the mental, physical, and emotional exhaustion due to prolonged stress. At that time, I decided to resign from my job with the sole focus on self-care. Some self-care practices I tried was meditation, taking walks to the park, trips to the beach, and also laughter yoga. Laughter yoga is voluntary laughter with childlike playfulness, special hand clapping, deep breathing, and it ends with a nice guided relaxation. My first session was pure joy. I cried tears. I went home. I wanted to laugh more. I woke up the next morning feeling really refreshed and energized. And most importantly, I was able to bond and connect with others through laughter and play that I've never met before. I decided I too wanted to create these same safe spaces for people to heal and restore themselves and experience joy. I became certified in laughter yoga and started a business, Love Light Shine LLC, where I offer wellness services along with laughter yoga. And laughter yoga has a lot of great benefits. It elevates your mood and improves the oxygen flow to your body and throughout your brain. It improves your blood circulation. And also, again, you're able to connect with others. You're able to be creative with the laughter exercises. You're able to take deep breaths. So you're able to tune in to your inner needs and release any stress or tension that you may have. I'm on a mission to support others with being well, living well, to live a flourishing and fulfilling life through self-care practices and laughter. I hope to connect with you all and one day laugh with you all. May you all be well and live well.
Hi, I'm Brian Morrison, a documentary filmmaker from Crofton, Maryland, and my introduction to mental health really started, it was kicked off by my documentary film project, Bastards Road, about 6 years ago. It is about Marine veteran Jonathan Hancock's almost 6,000-mile walk around the USA. He was reaching out, reconnecting with Marine brothers that he had served with families of their fallen, Gold Star families. It was an incredibly personal and difficult journey for John, a journey of self-forgiveness, of healing, and hope. I think the journey evolved for John in a way that it kind of unfolded and evolved for me as a filmmaker. It was the most humbling and rewarding experience of my life. I came to the project with a degree of anxiety of talking to people that had experienced trauma that I was unfamiliar with, in a way that I didn't want to make what they were going through, where they were at, worse. And I think they were all motivated to share their story and to help others understand what they were going through, and to tell others that they were not alone. And I think that is a particular power of storytelling, of filmmaking, of art, and that you get a chance to walk in somebody else's shoes, and in some cases you realize that you're not alone. I hope that we can continue to show Bastards Road to people, whether they're in the veteran military community or not, can find benefit and support and insight from it. We've shown it in veteran landscapes and film festivals. We've showed it in recovery homes and firefighter departments across the country, and found incredible insight on what the takeaways from people across the country have found. I hope it continues, and I hope and I plan on doing more filmmaking and projects in the mental health space. It's really created a fire within me to help however I can. So thanks.
As part of the University of Maryland School of Medicine, the Maryland Psychiatric Research Center is dedicated to education, community service, research, and patient care. For decades, the staff and faculty of MPRC have pursued innovative research and excellence in the clinical treatment of schizophrenia. Our faculty are renowned for their sensitivity, insight, and focus on such a devastating illness that impacts the individual in profound ways, but also the people that love them, their families, friends, and colleagues. By building on previous insights and research, MPRC continues to find new pathways to better understand psychosis and develop new treatments. MPRC has 2 clinical programs where collaborative treatment is a focus of care. The treatment team works closely with the person suffering, as well as those that suffer alongside them. But despite new and effective treatments and the increasing number of patients that recover, too often, psychosis is still misunderstood. Recovery is possible. Individuals can and do lead fulfilling lives. Every day they go to school, they work, they raise families, they paint, they write, they love.
You know, I had early glimmers of mental illness, and I got attached to photography early on because I had a teacher in high school, and he let me come in at night and do darkroom. And I really surprised him with this print one time. And for me, it was a watershed, regardless of what his intent was behind his laughing or whatever. I was like, if I could do that with this, maybe I should do this.
And once I started to feel better, I went to art therapy, and my brain making the different connections between colors and words, and it helped with memory. We played some games too, and that was nice. But now I've really enjoyed painting. And so that started as a very solo activity. But now I get to share that with other people, especially on my Facebook with family and friends. So now it's become a social thing as well. And that's very nice because we get to talk about something that I enjoy, and other people appreciate it.
And yet stigma, misunderstanding, and fear remain, leaving many struggling in isolation and unable to be open about who they are. By joining NAMI in their Creativity Connects campaign, MPRC celebrates the power of creativity to instill hope and to heal. Creativity is the universal language that bonds and connects us. Together we are not patient and provider, but human beings struggling to make sense of life and the difficulties we all face. It allows us to express our joy and our pain and find meaning in our suffering and vulnerability. At MPRC, we remain committed to the vision that one day those with psychosis can be open and the world will see the truth of who they are: creative, intelligent, kind, and brave.
Can I share about MPRC? Having people who listen to your stories and who are trained to psychoeducate is so important. I learned so much and could not have gotten a full-time job, could not have grown as much as I have without them. And I'll forever be grateful.
These amazing artists for sharing their art and their stories with us. Last but certainly not least, we would like to share some of the amazing efforts of our local NAMI affiliates in Maryland, who are critical to the success of the NAMIWalks campaign every year. Their dedication and passion are what make NAMI such a powerful organization and such a prominent voice for mental health conditions in our state. At NAMI Maryland, we train the program leaders that then go back to their local affiliates and deliver critical NAMI peer-led support groups and educational programs, like NAMI Family to Family, NAMI Peer-to-Peer, NAMI Smarts for Advocacy, NAMI In Our Own Voice, NAMI Basics, NAMI Connection Recovery Support Group, and NAMI Family Support Group. We wish to thank our local affiliates for providing these NAMI signature programs to their communities and for their help in making this year's campaign possible.
Together, we break down stigma.
I came to NAMI to learn more about myself, my mental health conditions, and to have a successful journey.
NAMI gave me tools that I could actually use in my day-to-day life to cope. And I got better. NAMI's family.
Hi there, it's Denise Giuliano from NAMI Howard County, and we are so excited. The walk is finally here. We've been preparing. We're going to be having a walk tomorrow with all of our members and our wonderful teams. And while it's going to be hot, we are super excited to be together. A lot of people have been struggling in the last couple years, and it'll be just nice to share outdoor space together and be excited for Walking for Mental Health. I wanted to take a quick minute to thank our sponsors, the University of Maryland Medical System, Whiting Turner, Magellan Health, Dr. Brad Sachs and Dr. Karen Meckler, Stuart Tenhor Legal Search, Horizon Foundation, Shepherd Pratt, and Humphrey Management. You guys are wonderful, and we appreciate your support of Howard County. And I hope everybody has a wonderful walk day. The NAMI Walks is so important to our programs and all of the work that we do, and we just really appreciate the support. So enjoy the day. Yay!
Thank you again to our local NAMI affiliates for all you do to make NAMI such a powerful voice in Maryland. I've got one last round of donations, so thank you to Judy Davidson for your $100 donation, Jeffrey Smith for your $35 donation, Cameron Boykins for your $50 donation, Jewel Blocker for your $20 donation, and we have two anonymous Facebook donors, one at $25 and one at $50. Thank you all so much. We truly appreciate your support. It's now time to announce the winner of the free ride for two at Audubon Indoor Speedway. Remember, anybody who registered and made a self-donation qualifies for this raffle prize. And the winner is... Congratulations, Giselle. I will send you a special certificate and a thank you letter later this week. As we come to the end of our live stream, I'd like to once again thank our local sponsors. Our premier sponsor, Alchemies, our platinum sponsor, University of Maryland Medical System, and our gold sponsors, Indivior, Optum Maryland, Neurocrine Biosciences, Shepherd Pratt, and Whiting Turner Contracting. We'd also like to thank CFG Bank, Magellan Health, Maryland Health Connection, the Maryland Hospital Association, OTSCA, PNC, Synovian, Transamerica, W&R Grace, Behavioral Health System in Baltimore, Bose Effort, Care First, the Center for Child and Family Traumatic Stress at Kennedy Krieger, Hardscapes Construction, the Horizon Foundation, the Licensed Clinical Professional Counselors of Maryland, MedStar Health, the Psychiatric Institute of Washington, CQ, Turk House, the University of Maryland School of Medicine, Wawa, and Wegmans. I'd also like to give a very special shout out to our supporter sponsors and corporate NAMI Walk stars, APHL, BCRI, Drs. Brad Sachs and Karen Meckler, the Fillmore Group, Humphrey Management, Lumina Solar, Maryland Coalition of Families, Maryland Early Intervention Program, Maryland School Psychologists Association, Midshore Behavioral Health, Nurse Practitioners on Call, Sinclair Prosser Gassior, the Southern Maryland Electric Cooperative, Stuart Tenhor Legal Search, the University of Maryland, Baltimore Washington Medical Center, Waywich Cronin and Sora, Allen Sheriff, and the Johns Hopkins Alacrity Center. Thank you so much for your support of this incredible campaign. That brings us to the end of today's live stream. Thank you all so much for joining us to celebrate the NAMIWalks United Day of Hope and the success of our NAMIWalks Your Way Maryland campaign so far. Remember that the NAMIWalks campaign does not end today. We still have 2 months in which to start conversations about mental health conditions and to raise much needed funds. Be sure to connect with us on social media today by tagging us at NAMI Maryland and using the hashtags #CreativityConnects and #TogetherForNH in all of your posts so that we can share all of the amazing things you're doing today to celebrate this United Day of Hope. Thank you for supporting mental health for all. Thank you for 20 years of NAMIWalks, and have a great time celebrating NAMIWalks your way today. Stay hydrated.